Welcome back to Champion News Talk Radio. This is our IRS. What is going on with them? And before the break, Claire Van Horn from Dupage Tea Party and True the Vote was talking about Catherine Engelbrecht and her husband being attacked personally by the IRS. Let's have our listeners hear a little more, Claire, please.
Well, the True the Vote group is all about election integrity in Houston. And again, they were a group that was very successful in Houston in cleaning up elections in Houston. Because Houston, I suppose, like Chicago, is very corrupt.
I don't think anything's as corrupt as Chicago. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we won't even go there.
Dead people vote.
Yeah, and that's one of the things they were trying to do is clean up the voter rolls, get dead people off the voter rolls, get things cleaned up so that an election can be honest. Because that's part of being an American, is the expectation that your vote really means something, that it really counts for something, unlike in other countries where you could vote, it doesn't matter because the outcome is going to be whatever the elitists decide it's going to be. So they worked at that for a while, and then they've been waiting now for several years for their tax-exempt status. In the meantime, they have been attacked. The FBI has been after them over and over again with detailed questions. I actually have a chronological thing here, but I don't need to go into that. The IRS has been after them. The FBI has been after them. OSHA has been after them. Now, she and her husband have been in this business for over 20 years. All of a sudden now,
what type of business?
It's a business where they make machine parts. Okay. And one of the things they claimed was that this business had the opportunity to make firearms. They've never made firearms. They never wanted to make firearms. But because the IRS and the FBI determined that they could, if they so chose down the line, make firearms, they were all over them. Well, it was stupid. It was just stupid. But then they were looking for an excuse, is what it was all about. So OSHA visited them several times. The ATF was there because of this issue. I mean, these are people who have...
It's alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
Yes. And these people they've run this business. They've never had issues with the government ever before. All of a sudden, because Catherine is involved with trying to clean up the vote.
Just doing the right thing.
An American person who going after American ideals, all of a sudden she's being attacked by all these government agencies.
A fundamental constitutional right.
Absolutely.
A fundamental constitutional right to have a fair vote.
Yeah, but wait a minute. She's implying that the vote here in Illinois is crooked. Now, where did she get that idea?
I hate to tell you this, but a lot of politicians that I have met through the course of the last couple of years will tell you the same thing, and it's just unbelievable that they can do that.
This is stunning.
I had an old aunt that lived on the west side of Chicago, and after one of these elections, there were accusations that the Democrats had cheated. And I said, Elva, you live on the west side. Do you think they really stole that election? She said, what? And this is my aunt that hits the altar rail every morning, and she says, why, of course they did. She said, I voted for Al Horan 7 times myself one year, and she says, my aunt has been dead these 15 years, and I know he's still voting.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is that it's true. It's not a joke. It's true. It's the Chicago way, and it's got to stop. It's got to end.
Where's the justice for all these people that are being attacked by the IRS and just trying to do the right thing to preserve constitutional rights for people? Where is the justice for people that are preserving rights?
And this has actually even gone beyond the Tea Party groups. It's not just the Tea Party groups. It's not just these conservative groups. It's others as well. I mean, I can't believe still that Gibson Guitars, for instance, was attacked. They were actually attacked by IRS agents in full riot gear who came in to confiscate wood that they had purchased years previous. There are other companies out there that use the same wood. Guess what? It depends on who you donate to, whether you get attacked by the IRS or not. If you are donating to the Republicans or to the Democrats, that determines whether you're attacked by the IRS. That's seriously wrong.
Well, why, for instance, are the unions allowed to take all this money in, all kinds of so-called donations, but really they take it away from the teachers? The the union, the worst union of all, the most oppressive union in the whole United States is the NEA. I've got copies. I bought 1,000 copies of an article in Forbes magazine from 1993. I still have 3 of those. But in that magazine, Forbes called the NEA the National Extortion Association. There's graphs showing the union involvement going up, the costs going up, and the achievement going down. You could apply the 6 pages that went with those graphs to the very stuff that's going on in Illinois, or mostly in this nation right now.
Is the IRS auditing harassing any unions that we know of?
No.
Well, of course, the progressives, the left,
The
are
unions are
claiming.
free of a lot of regulations merely because the unions cooperate with the government. Why should the teachers' union be able to take $132 million a year from the teachers and spend 80% of it on politics here in Illinois? That's $100 million a year. That's the records, and the law is the Beck decision from the U.S. Supreme Court
And
that
teachers
says
should
it's
be
for nothing.
outraged.
It's for
And
nothing
teachers
but
should
politics.
be outraged. You know what? We're going to talk more, and I want to find out why the unions are not being targeted by the IRS. When we come back, stay with us.